Here's to the crazy ones. The misfits. The rebels. The troublemakers. The round pegs in the square holes. The ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the...
As most of you probably already know at this point, this channel has its first official sponsor, Zigzag. And Zigzag makes Link crash pads. And what is so special about Link crash pads, you might be asking? Well, I'll tell you. Link pads are extremely lightweight, very versatile crash pads that you can Velcro together to make any shape you want. You can cover up boulders, you can make a shelter, you can make a super pad, you can even make a hammock. And receiving these crash pads was just the push I needed to get outside and do some more outdoor climbing. So I decided to travel the entirety of the United States, or more specifically, Ohio and West Virginia, to see if I really have what it takes to be the head of the Church of Dynawology. So this boulder problem is called Chunderkling. It's a V2, and it's a pretty renowned boulder in the MAD. And as you can see here, it's a pretty static boulder problem. It's pretty straightforward, nothing fancy, just a big Chunderkling you gotta hold on to get to the top. But I didn't go on this trip to send V2 static boulder problems. I went to represent the Church of Dynawology. There's a bunch of rocks here, you probably can't tell because we got super pad. Fall anywhere, it doesn't matter. Pretty cool. We're gonna make up a dino right now. What's the name of this one?
Thunderkling. Yeah, I know it's got loose rock, right?
Oh, I had it.
Yeah!
Let's go, Thunderkling. I don't know how you send Thunderkling, but that's how I do it. So after sending Chunder Dino, Ryan and I set out on a journey, a perilous trek across the wasteland of Mad River Gorge to find something we were in search of. The catacombs. Or the pads. Cool hangout.
Yeah, just a couple boys chilling. Ooh, I don't know what is that. Something touched my face.
Ah, hello, weary traveler. Need ye any goods for purchase?
What are you buying?
The thing is, with these new pads, I'd gotten complacent. I was too comfortable climbing with crash pads. Now I felt like I could conquer anything. So I needed to send a project without pads to let myself know that I didn't need pads. The pads were just a crutch. As Master Yoda once said, you can't climb with crash pads until you've learned to climb without them.
Look at that. That's sick.
In all seriousness though, this was actually like one of the coolest climbs I've ever done. You know, it was super easy. It was just like a V0 multi-pitch. You could easily put pads down, but something about it just was so aesthetically pleasing. And you know, not all climbing is about, you know, trying to get a new grade or climb something hard. Sometimes you just see something and you want to climb on it. And this just, it looked like something from like Tomb Raider or Uncharted or something. I mean, they're basically both the same game. But the moment I saw this wall with the choss and the overgrown foliage and the sunlight coming through, I knew I had to send it.
Oh, that's Jaws.
Ow! Might need a helmet for this. broken glass.
Nice.
More chalice. We did it.
Beautiful.
Oh. I'm gonna go around and come down. I'll be right back.
Okay.
In the moment I sent that free solo project, I knew I could dyno anything. I had unlocked my full potential. So Ryan and I headed over to Pocket Rocket V4.
Yeah.
That'll definitely go.
Shit.
Same thing every time. Pocket Rocket. Woo! Rocket that pocket. Now I do want to take a minute to tell you about these crash pads because I think they are the coolest thing ever. Not only the fact that you can Velcro them together any way you want, which makes them easier to carry, easier to set up, you can cover up boulders in all kinds of different shapes that you want, but they're also 100% recyclable. The entire outside cover of these pads is made from recycled bottles. They use 33 bottles to make each pad and 2 bottles to make each link tape to link the pads together. And even if you don't care about recycling or environmental issues, it doesn't matter because these pads are the future of outdoor bouldering. Eventually everybody's gonna have link pads. You're gonna go to the crag and you mix and match your link pads with everybody else, create a big super pad. Your pad is only as big as however many climbers are at the crag with you. And if you show up to the crag and you don't have link pads, you get booted out, you get ostracized. You're not allowed to climb with people who climb with link pads. It's an exclusive group. I even extensively tested the pads to make sure they met the climbing stuff stamp of approval. Woo. So if you want to get a link pad of your own, start building your link pad collection, click the link in the description below, and if you order in the next 7 days, you might get a free link pad. That's more link pads, that makes you cooler. Link pads are currency in the bouldering community. The more link pads you have, the cooler you are, the harder you send. And me being the guy with 6 link pads, I have a newfound confidence. I feel like I can climb anything, which is exactly why we went to New River Gorge, where I would face off one last time against my arch nemesis, Slitty Titty Traverse.
Hello, my old friend.
Now, Slitty Titty Traverse and I, we go way back. We've never gotten along. We've always hated each other. And I figured the best way for me to really disgrace Slitty Titty Traverse, right, really put it in that titty's face, was to do a dyno.
Ooh! Slitty Titty Dyno! Doing it again!
Now I get the down climb again.
Ooh. Ooh, doggy.
It's the worst down climb I've ever done.
Oh! That was pretty solid.
All right. After officially sending what I call Slitty Titty Dyno, I'd officially checked off the first check on my checklist for New River Gorge, and it was time to move on to the second, which was to head back to Slopers Malone V6. Now, for those of you that saw my last video at New River Gorge, I tried Slopers Malone V6. I got really close, but I couldn't quite finish it, and I still haven't sent a V6 boulder yet. So I made my way over to Slopers Malone, stopping to do a little bit of slab climbing along the way, just to get warmed up.
Woo!
Before introducing Slopers Malone to the Church of Dynowology.
Oh, cool. I really do not want to do that again.
So I finally sent my first outdoor V6. I was super stoked and I was ready to move on to my V7 project, but it was getting late and we decided to make camp for the night.
Oh, hello, dear. I've just put a pot on the kettle. Would you like some?
Is that a good British accent?
It was horrible.
After getting a good night's sleep in the Link Pad Lodge, it was time for me to face my ultimate challenge, the hardest boulder problem I have ever tried, 1-2 Punch V7. I had everything I needed, 6 crash pads, a chalk bag full of snacks, but there was one issue. We got lost. We've been lost out here for about 30 minutes, cannot find 1-2 Punch, but we found a fresh source of water. It's pretty fun actually, traversing across all these though. What do you think?
Grand old time.
We're gonna keep going that way.
Is this Burden of Dreams?
I don't do that.
What's up? Yeah. You know where 1-2 Punch is? What's that? 1-2 Punch? I'm trying to find it.
I don't know where that is. There are more boulders down here though. There are more climbs downstream.
Perfect. Thank you. Enjoy your whitewater rafting, guys.
So eventually we found 1-2 Punch with the help of these kayakers. I don't know why I said that, they didn't help at all. They actually pointed us in the opposite direction. They had no idea what I was talking about. Nevertheless, we got to 1-2 Punch and it was time for me to redeem myself. Last time I tried this boulder, it did not go well.
Go. Come on. Get it. Go. Yeah. Good ball. Good ball.
But this time things would be different because I had the power of the Church of Dynawology and the link pads.
Yeah, you're there. Come on. Trust me, dude. Come on. Hold it. Nice. Come on. Find it. Come on. Hold. Good. Come on. Yeah.
Holy shit.
That is so hard.
I finally did it. After dedicating 2 entire days to trying 1-2 Punch, I finally stuck the crux move, the biggest, coolest, Church of Dynawologiest move on the boulder problem. You're probably wondering, why did I cut the video off before I topped out the boulder? Well, there's a reason for that.
Dude, this is scary.
You got it. You got so many pads. Come on, dude. A little higher. Yeah, good. All right, ride the rail to the right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm way too much of a pussy to top out, dude.
Yeah, a bit of an anticlimactic end of the video. Didn't send 1-2 Punch. I got too scared. Turns out I may have the climbing skills of a V7 climber, but I have the confidence of a V2 climber. They don't go well together. So I still haven't sent an outdoor V7 boulder yet. I'm really hoping the 1-2 Punch can be my first. I think that's a perfect cherry popper. It's it's tall, it's got a dyno on it, it's got a terrifying top out. It's just cool as shit. But that day just wasn't the day. Hopefully next time, session number 3, I'll send it. I'm gonna bring an army of link pads. Hopefully if I bring enough link pads, I can just make a big staircase so the fall is only like 2 feet. I'll basically just have a portable gym with me. If I turn outdoor climbing into gym climbing, there's no way I could go wrong.
Oi!